being a little, too loud. Back on again.
Okay, Barbie. This should work this time. You ready?
Ready as I'll ever be. Welcome to
the
Barbie Podcast.
We should maybe practice that.
Well, we almost had it. Welcome to the Barbie Podcast, listeners. I'm Barbie.
And I'm Barbie.
Yes, we have the same name.
So I call her Brooklyn because she's from, you guessed it, Brooklyn, New York.
And I call her Malibu because she's from Malibu, California.
Which is actually where we are right now. Welcome to my house, listeners.
And more specifically, welcome to her bedroom closet.
My research said this is the best place in a house to record a podcast. Oh, wait, my hair is stuck on a hanger.
Let me help you.
Oh, wait, still right there.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, thanks, Brooklyn.
You're good.
Where were we? Oh, right. So, like us, many of you have dreams. You're ambitious and you have something you want to accomplish.
Or you have a problem you need to work out, you want to learn something new, or you have a fear you want to overcome.
Brooklyn and I have lots of thoughts and are excited to share our experiences with you, but we also know so many remarkable people from all over the world who are experts in their fields. So, on each episode, we will read an email from someone who has a question.
A big question, a funny question, a difficult question. There are no wrong questions. We'll bring on a guest who can help answer them.
They might even be questions Brooklyn and I have. So, we get to learn along with you. And voila, we're doing a podcast. Did I miss anything?
That's pretty much it, except to actually do it.
Oh, right. Ready to read our first question, Brooklyn?
Hi, Barbie and Barbie. I'm feeling sad and confused. Today at school, we had to draw what we wanted to be when we grew up. I drew a picture of me in a rocket ship in space because I want to be an astronaut when I'm older. The kid sitting next to me saw my worksheet and said that being an astronaut is hard to do, and I should think of doing a different job that was easier. My mom said it doesn't matter what anyone says and that I could still become an astronaut. But I don't know anymore. Are there any other job ideas you could think of for me? Love, Lost in Space.
Lost in space? I am so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, it wasn't right for that other kid to say that. I totally get why you're feeling sad and confused. I'd feel that way too if someone told me I should give up on what I wanted to be.
Yes, but this does not mean that you should give up on your goal of becoming an astronaut. We know just the person for you to hear from. Her name is Katya Echazarreta, and she was the very first Mexican woman to ever go to outer space. Before that, she was an electrical engineer who worked for the United States space program, NASA, and now she's going to be the very first guest on the Barbie Podcast.
And she is on her way to come record in the studio. I mean closet.
She's already checked out the question and told us she really wants to help you out.
Barbie, your podcast friend is here.
Coming, Mom!
Listeners, that's Katya. We'll be right back.
I'm so excited.
Welcome back, listeners.
And welcome to the Barbie Podcast, Katya.
Thanks so much for having me, Barbie and Barbie. And please, call me Kat. All my friends do.
Well, Kat, what are your thoughts on the question from Lost in Space?
I am really glad you both came to me for this. I've been in similar situations to Lost in Space before, and I don't want them or anyone else who has a big dream to go through these feelings alone.
Are you cool with sharing some similar experiences you've had?
Well, when I was a kid, I was told that my dream to go to space was only something a child would dream about doing, that it was something I'd have to give up on when I became an adult and do something more realistic.
But they were wrong because your dream as a kid became a reality for you when you grew up.
That's right.
Okay, so when did your dream of going to space actually start?
When I was about 7 years old. I remember I was standing at a bus stop with my mom in Tijuana, Mexico, where we were living at the time. I looked up at the sky and then I looked to her and asked, "What's the hardest job someone can have?" And she told me that for someone who likes science like me, an astronaut. And I just said, okay, I'll do that then.
You just decided right then and there. You found out what your biggest challenge would be, and you chose to take it on.
Yep, that's the kind of belief that my mom instilled in me.
I've watched that video of your mom finding out that you were going to space like 1,000,000 times. She was so proud of you.
Oh my gosh, that video makes me tear up. Listeners, if you want to check it out, and you absolutely should, we'll put it up on our YouTube channel after this.
That moment will be in my heart for the rest of my life. When I told her the news, she said, I knew it. I always knew it. My mom always believed in me. And because of that, I believed in me too.
And it sounds like Lost in Space's mom believes in them as well.
It does. To have someone believe in you that much is so beautiful to me. No matter who it is, it's important to find a friend, a teacher, or someone in your life who cheers you on. You can be anything. You can reach for the stars. I know that sometimes it's hard to imagine that something is possible when it feels so out of reach. When I went to space, I was in a capsule not much bigger than this closet, which makes it the perfect place to imagine that we are in a rocket ship launching off into outer space.
What?
Did not expect that, but so ready to play.
Good. I'm glad you like the idea, Barbie. Now, let's close our eyes. Your listeners can do the same wherever they are.
Okay, we're closing our eyes now.
Great. So we're wearing our blue astronaut suits on the New Shepard spaceship. We're strapped in, and we're in a capsule at the very top of the rocket. The announcer starts to count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. The engines are roaring underneath us. You can feel it vibrating. You're pushed back into your seat as you're moving faster than you've ever moved before.
This is so
But it somehow feels slow. You're off into the sky. Now imagine you're looking out your window. First, it's orange all around you. Then moments later, the sky is the most beautiful blue.
Whoa!
Imagine you're looking above you. You're beginning to see a circle of darkness that's growing larger and larger. Do you see it? Give it a few seconds.
I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it.
I can see it too.
And we are here. Look out your window. Darkness. You are in space.
This is amazing.
It feels like you're upside down, sort of like when you do a headstand.
Whoa!
We're going to look out our window again. There, just below. That's all of Earth.
Is this real?
Look how beautiful it is.
So beautiful.
Every human you know is there, living their lives.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
We're all living on this
What do
planet,
you think Ken is?
our one and only home.
Oh, wow.
Something we must protect with all we have. How lucky are we to see this?
The luckiest.
So, are you ready to experience something cool?
What? More cool than this?
Well, let's just say it adds to the experience. In just a moment, we're going to imagine unbuckling our seatbelts. We are going to experience microgravity.
Microgravity? Oh my gosh, we're gonna float!
You got it. On Earth, gravity is what keeps us stuck to the ground. The further away you move from the Earth, the less gravity you experience. Now, unbuckle.
Okay.
I'm doing it!
Here we go.
Oh! Whoa.
Can you feel it? We're weightless, floating around in our capsule.
I really feel like I'm floating.
You are so light that if you press 2 fingers to the wall, you'll float all the way to the other end of it.
Okay, I'm doing it. Here I go. Whee!
I'm doing a somersault!
Whoa!
Woo!
Now, let's open our eyes. That's the end of our trip to space. Wasn't that something?
That was everything! You turned my closet into a rocket ship.
Seriously!
Even the smallest space can be the perfect place to imagine reaching for your biggest dream.
Your journey to space wasn't the typical one, right?
That's true. I was a really good student when I was a kid. I was accepted into my dream college for engineering, but I didn't have enough money to go. Plus, at the time, my parents were going through a divorce, and my mom had never worked outside the home. Her entire life, she had taken care of us kids, and at that moment, she was left with nothing. No house, no car. At the time, I was the only one with a job. I wanted to help my family and make sure that they were okay.
So, you decided to stay close to home and go to community college instead.
That's right. San Diego City College. Choosing my family first helped me feel grounded enough to continue with everything else. After community college, I was accepted into UCLA on a scholarship to get my degree in electrical engineering.
Wow, what was it like going to a big university?
It was great, but there were also more difficult moments. Like I mentioned before, I was living in a new city and away from my family for the first time. I had the pressure of being the first one of my siblings to go to college, keeping my grades up so I could keep my scholarship, and being one of the only Latinas because there weren't many others in my classes. All that pressure was preventing me from succeeding.
Yeah, that all seems so difficult. How did you get through to graduation?
I knew I had to start taking care of myself. I decided no matter what, I was going to make sure I ate and got 8 hours of sleep every night. Once I decided that, everything got a little bit easier. With enough sleep, I understood everything I was learning much faster. It changed everything.
And then you graduated and you went to work at NASA.
In the Jet Propulsion Lab, the department that works on robotic space missions.
Cool! You worked with robots? I'm obsessed with robotics.
Oh, that's amazing, Barbie. Yeah, I worked on some awesome missions. My favorite was the Europa Clipper mission, which is an orbiter that is going to investigate Jupiter's moon, Europa.
So cool. And then after NASA, you were the first Mexican-born woman to go to space.
I was. I applied to Space for Humanity, a program that sponsors flights for citizens who are leaders in their community to go to space. And out of 7,000 people, they selected me as the first astronaut in their program.
Incredible.
What was it like landing back on Earth after all of that?
I had this realization that I didn't want to be the first Mexican woman to go to space if I was also going to be the last. I decided to work tirelessly to make sure that we can create more space-related opportunities for Latinos, not only in the U.S., but also in Latin America.
Is that why you started the first air and space camp in Mexico?
Yes, called Mission to Mars. Just like Lost in Space, there are kids from my community who have the same dream of going to space. They are so smart, talented, and just as deserving of the opportunity as I was. They just need to see that it's possible.
Kat, thank you so much for joining us. You are such an inspiration to us and kids everywhere.
Thanks, Barbie. I am so proud to inspire others because I'm not a superhuman. I'm a person that dared to believe in herself, and where I started doesn't have to define where I go.
So Lost in Space, keep believing in yourself.
And surround yourself with people who believe in you too.
We'll catch you next time on... Ready?
Yeah. The Barbie Podcast. Nailed it.
Nice.
Finally.
I knew we'd figure it out.